ideas in the text that support the main idea. Now I want you guys to tell me, what is main idea? Respond in the chat box. What is main idea? So when I'm asking you guys to look for the main idea, what am I asking you to look for? What is main idea? And I'm going to give you guys a minute or so to respond in the chat box. What is main idea? So right now, what you all should be doing, you're telling me what is main idea. So I'm not asking you for the main idea of a specific passage or a specific story. I'm telling you I'm asking you, what is main idea? So when we're going through passages, thank you, Zainab. The main idea is what the text is mostly about. That was the response that I'm looking for. I need participation from you all. And if you're not understanding, remember, ask me questions or tell me I don't get it, or tell me to repeat something, okay? There's no problem with that. So the main idea is what the text is mostly about. Key details are the important facts and ideas in the text that support the main idea. We use our key details to determine the main idea of the story. So today we're going to be working together to fill out this graphic organizer. And if we read the question at the top, what is the main idea of the text and how do the key details support it? Complete the chart with the main idea and key details of the text. So I just wanted to show you guys this graphic organizer before we reread the passage. But as we're rereading the passage, we're going to be looking for, what is it mostly about? We're going to be thinking about, what is the author trying to teach us? What is the author trying to tell us? What is this passage mostly about? And sometimes the author can give us a sentence right out that will help us to determine the main idea. Now I want you guys to read just the first paragraph. We're going to take it little by little. What is a community? Follow along as I read out loud. Think about the people you saw on your way to school today. Maybe you saw a bus driver, a police officer, or a mail carrier. You probably saw business people on their way to work. Once you got to school, you saw teachers, other students, parents, and the principal. All of these people make a community. A community is a group of people who live and work in the same area. So remember, as we're reading, we're thinking about, what is this text mostly about? What is the author trying to teach us about? Now the rest of the passage. People play different parts to make a community. For example, bus drivers help people get to school or work. Police officers make sure people follow the laws and stay safe. Business people make or sell the things we buy. Parents and teachers make sure children have what they need to learn and be safe. Students learn so they can become good parents and workers. You are a part of your community too. You can do these things to make a difference. You can help keep your neighborhood clean, You can follow rules and laws. You can help others who are in need. Communities work best when people do their jobs and help each other. You and everyone around you work together to make a community. So now we've read the entire passage, and I'm thinking to myself about a lot of topics or a lot of information that the author has given us. And I'm trying to think about what information is important. How am I going to figure out what's the main idea? So this entire week we've been working on finding key details and determining what makes a key detail important. And if you all remember, we discussed that a key detail is important if it has something in common with one another. So we're looking for key details that have things in common. So with the help of you all, from what I saw from your assignments in class notebook, from what we did yesterday and the day before, I've given you 3 key details. Bus drivers help people get to work and school. Business people make or sell things we buy. Students learn so they can become good parents and workers. Now, what I want you guys to do now is think about, what do these key details have in common, and what is the passage mostly about? How do these details connect to a main idea? Now, I want you guys in the chat box to respond. What do you think the main idea of the passage? What do you think is the main idea of the passage, using these 3 key details? So Tanoy says they are all people. That's good. That's what they have in common. Now use that, what you just told me, to come up with a main idea. What is the passage mostly about? And let's think about all of the parts of the passage. We have the title. Remember, we discussed that the passage might be about community. And we learned in the very first paragraph, the author is telling us a community is a group of people who live and work in the same area. So now, as the story goes on, as the passage goes on, we're learning about more people that are a part of this community. So using these 3 key details, what do you think the main idea is of the passage? I need everyone to be responding in the chat box. You guys are getting participation points for every time that you respond in the chat box. I need to know that you're with me, okay? Good job, Tanoy. I see your response. Jaden, what are you thinking is the main idea? Kyrie, Isaiah, what do you guys think is the main idea? Using these 3 key details here in the yellow. Bus drivers help people get to work and school. Business people make or sell things we buy. Students learn so they can become good parents and workers. What is this author telling us mostly about? People who are making a community. I see your response there, Nab. Good job. I'll give you guys a minute or so to respond. Good job, Sonoy. I like how you fixed that and made it a complete sentence. Okay, I see your response, Kyrie. Good job. I'm just waiting on Isaiah and Jaden. As you guys are still thinking, I want to see your response in there. Okay, so we used our key details. We've pulled out some important facts in the story. We're thinking about what is the author trying to tell us. We're using what we know about the title, what we know about the community, and what we read in the passage. and the main idea that I came up with was everyone has to play a part in a community. So all of these key details are talking about people in the community and the part they play or the role that they play in the community. Now let's talk more about it. One key detail is bus drivers help people get to school or work. How does this key detail support the main idea? So if you guys can remember, we talked about our ice cream cone and how our scoops of ice cream are the key details, and then the cone is the main idea. We're looking for how do those key details support or connect to the main idea. So our main idea is, in order for me to answer this question, I need to break it apart. So the question is asking me, one key detail is telling me a key detail from the story, and it's asking me, how does this key detail support the main idea? So before I even go and start answering the question and just saying any random things, I need to remember what the main idea is. The main idea is everyone has to play a part in the community. So now I'm looking for how does that key detail, bus drivers help people get to school or work, support the idea that everyone has to play a part in the community. And I'm thinking that this is my response. Bus drivers are people that are a part of the community, and the role or part they play in the community is helping people get to school or work. So you see how I've used both my key details and my main idea, and I connected them. I answered the question by showing how they support, that key detail supports my main idea. Bus drivers are, good job, exactly. Bus drivers are people in the community, and then I describe the role that they play in the community. And again, our main idea is everyone has to play a part in a community. So if I go back, I'm looking at my key details, and I'm seeing all of the people that are a part of the community and what they do to help or contribute to the community. What you guys are going to do after class is you're going to choose another key detail from the chart, and you're going to explain how does it support the main idea. And it's giving you a hint right here. What does this detail say about the parts people play in the community? So I'm going to go back. You all have the passage that you can reread and see how the author is talking about all the different people a part of the community, and your graphic organizer, which tells you about the main idea and those key details, and you're choosing one of these key details, and you're going to explain how they support the main idea of the story. Do we have any questions so far? Our key details are important facts in the story that support the main idea. So this question that you guys are responding to, you're pulling out a key detail, you're identifying a key detail, and then you're going to see how does it support the main idea of the story. If you don't have any questions, give me a thumbs up. Okay, your next steps for today. Complete the quiz in Google Forms. It's going to be under the assignments tab. So this question that you're responding to is going to be in a Google form, so it's easy for you to just type in and respond to it. And it's going to be under the assignments tab, just like the quiz from yesterday was under the assignments tab. It's not going to be there now. It posts directly at 10, but after I go through this list, I'll